Hello everybody, Bad Weather Freak here. Another update on the 2019 hurricane season. We have three systems in the Atlantic. We have post-tropical cyclone Jerry heading out to basically the northern Atlantic. We have Karen, Tropical Storm Karen, which is actually seems to be struggling, even though the conditions are a little more favorable than when she was south of Puerto Rico. But it's experiencing some dry air, sinking air. So the conditions on the atmosphere are not prime as of yet for her. But he still has a chance, even though with all those issues, still has a chance to keep developing. As of the latest update, 5 o'clock update, I don't know if it was 5 o'clock or 11 p.m. last night. I think it was 11 p.m. last night. The National Hurricane Center basically, in a sense, they wrote Karen off and said that the majority of the forecast models are not picking it up anymore. Within the next few days it's supposed to dissipate and all that stuff. But I tell you, as of this morning, it seems still pretty consistent. It seems like it's a fighter, like it wants to keep fighting. So as of this morning, when I look at the satellite imagery, it basically had a big flare up again as of this morning. Let me fix this camera, it's a little crooked. So it had another big flare up, even though last night it looked very scattered. It looked like it literally was going to dissipate, like the National Hurricane Center said. But as of this morning, it seems to be wanting to keep fighting and had a big flare up again. The majority of the models have it still doing like this weird clockwise loop, and probably by Saturday night, Sunday, most likely by Sunday, it's supposed to actually, once it does that loop, it's supposed to start heading west. Now, conditions are going to be a little more favorable as it heads further west and closer to the United States. But it's a long shot, and the conditions right now are not as favorable, so we'll see if it survives that whole loop it's supposed to do. But one thing to keep in mind is if you guys go back, and I encourage you to do it, in 2004, we had a Hurricane Jeannie come through the Fort Pierce area. Now, the track of Jeannie was a little different. It was further south. It wasn't moving from like south to north, how Dorian did. Not Dorian. We don't want to talk about Dorian. Like Karen did, because it crossed Puerto Rico from south to north. But Jeannie came actually from moving, from east to west, as usual. And then north of Haiti and Dominican Republic, it did a loop, and basically came back to Florida and made landfall as a Category 3 hurricane in Fort Pierce. Now, I'm not saying that Karen is going to do the same thing, but the track is very similar, and it's supposed to do the exact same loop that Jeannie did. But we'll see. There's a lot of variables. I mean, today's Thursday. We're probably not going to have a pretty good idea until Sunday. So we'll keep you posted if anything happens by then. But that's basically what is going on Karen. And then we have also Lorenzo in further east in the Atlantic. And Lorenzo is going basically out to sea. It's not going to affect anybody. But it is actually a Category 3 hurricane as of this morning. So another major hurricane for the list. And some models are suggesting that actually it's going to be a Category 4 today or the next few days at least. But the fact that it's going to make it to a Category 4, it shows you a lot, because the majority of the forecast models did not predicted that, and that seems to be the trend this year. And now, taking granted that over the years the forecast models are actually, they're okay. They have gotten better, but they're still not too reliable, in my opinion. And especially when it has to do with forecasting intensity. the worst of it. Basically, it is terrible, the forecasting as far as intensity goes. We saw it with Dorian. No forecast model predicted that Dorian was going to be a super strong Category 5 hurricane. None. Same thing with Lorenzo. And so that's one of those things that why we got to keep an eye, because even though they're saying, oh, Karen is supposed to fade, we don't know that. And it can surprise everybody. And I'll be honest with you, I think it will. I think Karen will surprise a lot of people. But too early to tell. Just be ready, be prepared. Anybody, in the United States coast, in the East Coast, United States East Coast, because we don't know. But that's everything I have for you guys right now. Hope you enjoyed this video. If anything changes, I will keep you guys posted. Have a good day.